Today, we tackle one of the most profound and often debated questions. What is the position of science on the existence of God? Can science truly answer this question, or are there limits to what science can reveal? In exploring this topic, we will delve into the arguments presented by some of the greatest minds, like Bertrand Russell, who believed that the advancement of science diminishes the role of God. We will critically examine these claims and seek to understand the relationship between science and religion. The claim, science diminishes the need for God. Throughout history, many have argued that as science progresses, the role of God diminishes. Bertrand Russell, a renowned philosopher and skeptic, famously stated that any knowledge worth having must be obtained through scientific methods. This perspective suggests that belief in God is a byproduct of humanity's lack of scientific understanding. According to this view, as science uncovers more about the universe, the need for a divine creator gradually fades away. But what does this really imply? The underlying message is that religion and belief in God are relics of an era when scientific knowledge was limited. The argument goes that if we continue on the path of scientific discovery, we will eventually reach a point where the concept of God is no longer necessary. This perspective has led many to believe that there is an inherent conflict between religion and science, with the assumption that science will ultimately prevail. Defining the boundaries of science. To properly address this claim, we must first define the boundaries of science. What can science actually tell us? Can it answer all questions? Or does it have its own limitations? These are crucial questions that need to be considered before we can evaluate whether science truly contradicts religion or is even capable of addressing questions about the existence of God. Science, by its very nature, is a method of inquiry that relies on observation, experimentation, and empirical evidence. It is exceptionally powerful in explaining the natural world, how things work, the laws governing physical phenomena, and the processes that shape our universe. However, science is not equipped to answer every type of question, especially those that go beyond the physical and observable world. The limitations of science. There are questions that science may never be able to answer. For instance, questions about the purpose of life, the existence of an afterlife, or the moral implications of our actions are not within the scope of scientific inquiry. These are philosophical, metaphysical, and ethical questions that require a different kind of exploration, one that often intersects with religion and theology. So, when someone claims that science does not accept something, such as the existence of God, it is essential to first clarify the scope of what science can investigate. Science is silent on many existential questions simply because they fall outside its domain. This does not mean that such questions are invalid or that their answers do not exist. It simply means that they require a different approach. The intersection of science and religion. On the other hand, religion also has its domain. Religion addresses the deeper questions of existence, purpose, morality, and the nature of the divine. It provides answers to questions that science cannot, questions that pertain to the spiritual and metaphysical aspects of life. The mistake that often occurs on both sides of the debate is the assumption that either science or religion can answer every question. Some believe that science can explain everything, while others hold that religion has all the answers. In reality, both domains have their own areas of expertise and should be seen as complementary rather than conflicting. The need for a balanced perspective. To navigate this complex relationship between science and religion, we must adopt a balanced perspective. Science and religion are not necessarily at odds with one another. Instead, they can provide different kinds of knowledge and understanding. Science can help us understand the mechanics of the universe, While religion can offer insights into the meaning and purpose behind it, it is crucial to recognize that science is neutral when it comes to questions of God's existence. It neither proves nor disproves the existence of God, because such questions transcend the empirical realm that science operates within. Therefore, the claim that science diminishes the need for God is based on a misunderstanding of what science is capable of addressing.